and 3 here down. So C and 3 they are in vertical line, one line. So you can see here C and 3 they are drawn like this. Where are they? They are drawn here. So like that all the 4 corners are drawn. So when you draw the front view here, that time you can see 1. Now this will be 1. This is 2 here. So this is 2 exactly here. Because in the vertical, in the top view 2 is here. So in the front view 2 is here. And B is how much? You can see here 2 to B distance is the height of the prism, square cube, that is 35 mm. So this is 35. B to 2 or B dash to 2 is 35. B dash to 2 is 35. So everywhere now if you look at this figure, you will see that 1, 2, 3, 4 they are here and A, B, C, D they are here. Now the sequence is, first is A because you see here A. After that you see here B. So this is B. Then you see here C. So this is C. Then you see here D. So this is D. Now what you observe here is this line 4 to D. 4 to D line is, this line is drawn a dotted line. Why it is drawn a dotted line? Because when you see from the front side, this is the direction. When you look in this direction, you will see this edge, you will see this edge, you will see this edge. All the 3 edges, these 3 edges you will see. In fact, all these 3 edges you will see. But this edge you will not see. This edge, when you look in this direction, this edge is behind. So this is not seen. So whatever is not seen, that is drawn dotted line. So we are written earlier conventions of different types of lines. So dotted line is shown like this. This is a representation of dotted line for the edge which is not seen. Which is not seen. Fine. So you have drawn the square prism or a cube when the surface is parallel to a VP and when the surface is inclined to VP by 30 degrees. So once you understand one problem, the rest of the problems now I am going to show you quickly because now you understood the procedure. So now this is the exercise, this is a description of the exercise. As per this description, they are drawn this figure. There is a square prism. Now this square prism is resting on the HP on one of its edges and it is perpendicular to axis, is perpendicular to VP. The sizes are given and then this is the final drawing they are drawn. So now all what you have to do is you have to read this problem, understand, imagine what it means, and then the answer is already there. This is the answer. Answer is already there. So you have to just copy the answer, but then you have to understand and copy this. So this figure you have to copy by understanding why it is drawn like this. So the object is here, the top view is drawn here. Now the edge at 1 is drawn as a dotted line because when you see from top, this is not seen. The other 3 edges, these 3 edges you can see, they are the outlines, so they are drawn dotted. Even this 3 also is not properly drawn, but this line also must be as dark as this line. Only this line is a dotted line, line AD. So this is one more problem. Then you can see another problem is written here, which you read, understand, imagine, and the answer which is already there, which you have to draw as it is, but you have to understand and draw. Without understanding also you can copy. Without understanding anything you can copy, but that I don't want. I want you to understand why it is drawn like this. As per this description, why it has come like this. So understand that first and then draw the figure. So this time it is a triangular prism. You can read here, triangular prism is written here. And then this triangular prism is drawn as per the requirement. The top view is like this and then this is the front view. Now this is a pentagonal prism. According to the information they are drawn, so that the pentagon is drawn here. Pentagon is drawn here as per the requirement and in the top view, and then this is becomes the front view. So in the front view, the edge at 5, and the edge at 4, these two are drawn, dotted line here, because they are not seen. When you see from the front, they are going behind. These A, B and C, these edges you can see, but 4 and 5, these edges are behind, therefore they are not seen, therefore they are dotted. Similarly, the hexagon, again it is drawn as per the description, and when you draw the two views, the front view becomes like this, and then the top view becomes like this. Although this edge is not seen, dotted line and continuous line, they are overlapping, so we are drawing the continuous line. Dotted line is behind this, not drawn. Okay, so that is up to 6.11. After the 6.11, the remaining figures we are not looking here right now. Okay, now let us go to pyramids. Now we have seen prism, now let us go to pyramids. Now this pyramids, it is a square pyramid, so and then the description is written here. As per that description, the square shape is drawn here, and then the front view of the pyramid is drawn here. So therefore it has come as a triangle. Now this triangle means this surface which is inclined surface, that is seen here. So this whole thing what you see here is this inclined surface. Similarly, there is an inclined surface here also, but this inclined surface is seen just as a line. It is seen just as a line. Similarly, this inclined surface is seen just as a line. And this back inclined surface is exactly behind the front inclined surface. So this surface and this surface, they are exactly one behind another. So this becomes the front view of the square pyramid. Now this is a triangular pyramid. Not pyramid, rather, it is pyramid only. This is a triangular pyramid. As per the description it is drawn, you have to draw it two types. One is A, other is B. And as per the description, it says that in A, one side is perpendicular to the VP. So they are drawn in this position so that this edge is perpendicular to VP. And in this case, this edge is parallel to VP. So the same triangular pyramid, they are drawn once like this, and the other way it is drawn like this. And in both cases, they are drawn the front view. So one case, this is the front view, other case, this is the front view. Okay, they are given height. They must have given the height in the description. The description is here. All the sides are 40 mm. In fact, they are not given the height. They say that all the sides are 40 mm. Probably this may be not so easy for you to draw. Maybe what you can do is you can make one small change in this problem. You can say that this is a triangular prism whose base is 40, 40, 40 and it has got height. They are not given, they are given something else. You say that the height is 35. So from this point to this point, you take the height as 35 and accordingly you draw. So that what will happen is this two line what is written here, TL, and this additional line that is drawn here, it has got certain meaning. This TL has got certain meaning, but that is going to go out of your syllabus. So I am just making some change in the question so that you don't have to draw this part. So when you draw this TL and this line you don't draw, you just take the height from here to here. You take the height as 35. Mark this point O exactly above the apex, and then join these ends, and you can draw the front view, once like this, other case like this. So that was your 6.25. Next is 6.26. Now here there is a pentagonal pyramid. So this pentagonal pyramid is shown here in one view, and it is shown here in the other view. So you can understand the base, this is the base, and then this is the apex, or the edges are drawn like this and the views are drawn. You can read the description here. Axis is perpendicular to VP. Therefore it is shown like this. And maybe certain distance it is written. Just because perpendicular to VP they are drawn here, the distance from here to here, that distance they are not given. Maybe they are taken as 10 mm. Suppose it says it is resting in VP, then this distance becomes 0 because it is touching to this VP. So when you draw like this, keeping this as 10 mm. Now whatever I am talking here in the lecture, please make a note of that. As per this discussion, you have to draw 10 mm. Nothing is written here. Now nobody should ask me later on saying that, sir, what is the distance? The distance is not given here. The distance, because it is not given here, I am telling you here in the lecture that take this as 10 mm and draw. So you have to take this as 10 mm and draw. Okay, so this figure I am eliminating. Here is the hexagonal pyramid, and one side, you can see here one side of the hexagonal pyramid, it is making angle 45 degrees. According to that, its first position is drawn. First position is drawn, making at 45 degrees, and then with respect to this position, they are drawn the top view where the apex is at 80 mm height, and whatever edges are behind, like you can see here, this edge is behind, then this edge is also behind. So therefore, this line has become dotted, and this line has become dotted. Other lines are seen, so they are dark. So they are shown hexagonal pyramid in this position. Okay, so only this much you have to draw, 6.20. I'll give you all the figure numbers which you have to draw. So after the lecture part is over, then you will be given information about which all figures you are going to draw, where you have to just copy the figures the way they are drawn. Only thing is the line work. In this book, the line work that is shown here is not correct. Now please listen again. If you look at this figure, then this figure you have to draw as it is. Of course, you have to understand and draw. But while drawing, certain changes you have to make. For example, this object is hexagonal pyramid. So you have to draw only this hexagonal pyramid dark. But these lines, you can see these lines which are there. What is this line? This is a construction line. This is not actual object here. This you have drawn for reference. So all these reference lines which you have to draw, those lines you have to draw as light lines. Similarly, the dimension lines also you have to draw as light lines. They should not catch the attention. Our attention should not go to this dimension line first. Our attention should go to the actual object. So this hexagonal prism and this we have to draw properly, dark, so that your focus will be on this and other things will be seen, but they are relatively secondary. You have to also write these letters. The letters, the points which are given some names, A, B, C, D, etc. Same names you have to show, and the rule here is in the elevation or in the front view you have to show by dash, and in the top view you have to show by single letter. So you can see here in the top view it is C and in the front view it is C dash. So same method you have to follow everywhere. That was 6.28. Now what do you do with the cone? So there is a description of a cone. The diameter is 40, height is 60. So cone is drawn like a circle here, and then some height is there, 60 mm height. So when you join this, it becomes a cone. So this is a front view of a cone and this is a top view of a cone. Very simple it is. Similarly, there is a cylinder. Cylinder is of diameter 30 mm and height is 45 mm. So you can see here a circle of diameter 30 mm is drawn, and in the front view a rectangle is drawn which is exactly above the circle, and the height of the rectangle is 45 as per what is written here. So that was 36. Okay. So we are going to draw several figures. Now which figures we have to draw, that number I will send you. As per that number, only those figures you have to draw just by copying the figures which are shown in the book as per the figure number. Here there is a figure number. So I will give you the figure numbers which you have to draw. I am again repeating, when you draw, you have to not just copy, you have to copy by understanding. You have to understand the problem, you have to read the problem, imagine what they are talking about, and after you imagine, then you have to draw this figure which is ready-made there, but while drawing you have to understand why it is drawn like this. And then you have to follow, observe the line work, what line should be dark, what line should be light, etc. That you have to properly follow. You have to also see the arrowheads, how the arrowheads are drawn. In the earlier exercise, the students who are drawn the arrowheads, they are not drawn the arrowheads properly. The arrowheads when you draw, they have to be drawn such that the size, one side is 1 mm, the other side is 3 mm. See, if you look at this arrow, then this should be 1 mm and this should be 3 mm. Vertical should be about 3 mm and this should be about 1 mm. That should be the shape when you draw the arrowheads. Which in fact in the book it is not drawn at many places. That's why students are making mistakes. But then remember, this is the way it has to be drawn. Okay, so with this we come to the end of this session, and now what we have to do is, I'll send you the figure numbers which we have to draw.